And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another great episode of Code Z Morning Podcast. My name is Nero, and with me, as always, is...
My name is Val, and here on the Code Z Morning Podcast, we grade scripts from A to Z.
And boy, do we got a good one for you. For many of you that don't know, we take unknown writers and we grade their scripts from A to Z. A being the best, Z being the absolute worst, where you're falling asleep and don't want to get out of bed in the morning and wish you never read it.
Absolutely. Ladies and gentlemen, we scrutinize every letter from the first on the first page to the last bit of punctuation on the last page. What do we have today, Nero?
Oh boy, Valley, I'm so glad you asked, because today we have from Wattpad, Sonny the Writer.
Sonny the Writer?
Yeah, it's not the most unique name, but it stuck out to me because I was trying to figure out why he's even trying. For the first book, we have Once I Was a Superhero. And with this, after reading it, I wish it was entitled Once I Wish I Walked Away from a Book.
Was it a prequel to him being a superhero, and that's why the book was written?
It was a prequel to you just closing your eyes and wishing you were in another land.
That must have been the script that was put on my desk that I somehow used to hold my coffee cup.
Oh, you did that too?
Mm-hmm.
It works great as a paperweight.
Well, because the script didn't have the coffee ring on it, so I figured that would accentuate the ability to not read it.
You make a very, very valid point there, Val. See what I did there? Well, next up we have his other book named Dead, which I felt like I should be after reading it. And not saying that, I gave this one an X. Really, really just subtitled. It had no movement. I feel that my 5-year-old cousin could have written it just punching the keyboard.
I gave the script a Y, because why would I want to take the time to flip through the pages and read it when I could just find something else to do, like trim my nose hairs? And that's exactly what I did.
Personal hygiene is key.
Absolutely. You have to make sure you look your best.
Always. And in this case, Sonny the Writer does not. And lastly, our third book from him is the comic book. And
the comic book.
This one actually has a place in my heart. This is actually something I give a B, because
you don't have a heart, you have a pacemaker.
We don't need to tell everybody, okay? Like, I'm gonna tell you again, what happens in my life stays in my life. All the booger sugar got to me.
That is very true.
It happens. I don't know why.
I'm so glad you've gone from booger sugar to powdered sugar.
Yeah, my waffles have never been the same.
That's amazing. So what about this comic book script?
Oh, this hit every aspect you could think of as a comic book lover. From losing it, that grail that you've always wanted, to finding out that you screwed somebody over and you really think you did a good job screwing somebody over, and then you got screwed over by it, and then you were going to pay off all your debt, and someone stole it, and I don't want to give away the ending, but it was a good story all the way through. Wasn't a perfect A, but believe me when I say this is an absolute B.
I remember this script. Wasn't it written by Sir Walter Giorgio from Romania?
No, this is written by Sonny the Writer on Wattpad.
Oh, Sonny the Writer. That's right. Okay, so
yes.
Yeah, I did read this. It was called The Glorious Adventures of How It Was to Be a Superhero Before I Was One. And the story starts off very quaint, very subtle, very mysterious, with a foggy morning over the seashores of Alaska, and it goes to a bear, and the bear is running and frolicking through a forest, and then all of a sudden it reaches a flower bed where it lays down and falls into a deep, soft slumber for several months. It was a wonderful read, and I absolutely enjoyed it. I would give this an A for amazing.
Val, I just need to ask you a question, because I don't think we're reading the same material. Are you doing your research? Because I don't believe he wrote that.
I do my research for every episode, sir. Every single episode.
At the bottom was what's the name?
Sir Sir Walter Giorgio from Romania. Is that right?
No, you're absolutely. Well, I told you we can't keep doing this. You got to read the stuff we send you. Corporate's gonna get mad.
Well, I am under contract, sir. I don't know about you being paid by the hour, but they can get mad all they want to.
I'm based on salary. We both know this. Now stop right now. You're embarrassing everybody. Son of the writer, overall, of the 3 stories that we gave him so far, I give him an L for lack of trying. So,
And I give it an F for, frankly, yeah, it was a wonderful read. The story of how to be a comic book before I was a superhero by Sir Walter Giorgio from Alaska was absolutely fantastic and amazing. And it was such a beautiful masterpiece that was written with quill and ink. And I really enjoyed the soft, subtle touches from the master strokes of the pen.
well, next time we have a show, if we're not canceled by next episode, thanks to some people that don't do their research, we'll do his literature, we'll read it, we'll give it the grades, and we'll go from there. But as for Son of the Writer, please don't quit your day job, even if you don't have one.
No, stick to your third shift jobs. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in just a moment with this PSA announcement from Plaidman.